A very good afternoon and welcome back to the data sciences session. I was just taking a look at TIRM and what I saw that we missed on this, right? So we would complete Beautiful Soup and web scraping using BS4, that is Beautiful Soup 4, and then we'll move back and start with data analytics, right, and machine learning. All right, so without wasting much of your time, let's get quickly started with Beautiful Soup. Now, what is Beautiful Soup? It's just a library, right, which is meant for web scraping, right? And what is web scraping? Web scraping is because you can, as you can see in this image, or let me show you another thing. This is this is how, or this is what the website may look like inside. Okay, and let me close it down, and this is what the website is actually. You can see here. All right, it is the heading of the website and nice paragraphs, and we may have some articles, we may have some video links and whatnot. We can have many different things in a website. A website can contain many different things, but what is complex is the internal structure of the website will not allow you to copy. And to copy maybe for analytics, or maybe let's say about if it's a news website, you want regular updations on your website also. All right, so scraping is used for many things. The main job of the scraping is to take content from the website, right, to store it inside Excel files, or to take to do analytics on the content that's available over www, right, and store it, do analytics of it. But what we find at the end of the day, so now you can see this is what your website may look like. What you see, this is the website that we guys see, and this is what it may look like, and this is what the website looks internally, right? And now you can see we are starting with a doc type HTML tag here, we're ending with an HTML tag here, and website may contain some link to scripts, right, and website may contain some cascading style sheets for coloring and every single thing. And out of all the tags which are available right here, what we intend taking only text out of it. Now we have many tags. Head is there and title is there. Title is what gives title to the site. Now if I pass my mouse over, you can see right here. Okay, because it's quite messy, you can see it here, so let me see. Yeah, you can see test website for Beautiful Soup is the title. Now you can see test website for Beautiful Soup is the title here as well. So now what we need to do, that first we have to go to the HTML tag and find the title tag and then extract the text out of the title tag. So it may require some good amount of scraping, and for scraping it may require parsing. Parsing means we have certain libraries which understand this logic, right? And we have to skip these CSS styles, and then we may have some heading tags. You can see this Beautiful Soup is inside H1 tag, right? You can see clearly here, and then we are having some HRs which are horizontal lines, and then we have one article tag right here, you can clearly see, and then we have one heading here, and the heading has the definition, right? Maybe it's a news website, you can do scraping on BBC or maybe CNN website for news purposes. If you want regular updations, you can keep your directory and or maybe your database ready so the database takes automatic data. Alright, so web scraping is basically taking the disturbed content, or we can say the mismanaged data from the website and managing that data. That's what the whole world is after now. Data, and data, right? So that's what we have been talking of. All right, what we have seen, taking data from CSV files, taking data from Excel files. We still have JSON left and many more things. Like one of the most important things which is happening out in the industry today is Beautiful Soup. Beautiful Soup is not that soup that we guys take. No, it's not that soup. It's just the name of the library which is used to take content out of the complex HTML website, right? Considering HTML website is not something like this. Internally, when you take the content, the site may look something like this, right? So I hope you understood. And first things first, what do we require for Beautiful Soup is installing certain libraries. And before starting with Beautiful Soup, I reckon you all have Python pre-installed and it is working. Now go to command prompt, directly go to command prompt and type Python, and now if you get response, that means Python is working. Now what we have to add, we have to run pip install commands. So we'll do it from command prompt. Just to exit the Python command prompt, you will type exit, and you'll hit the braces. You'll also type the parentheses, right? So the first thing that we require is Beautiful Soup, and what I reckon you using is Beautiful Soup 4, because Beautiful Soup 4 has all the features, right, which previous versions do not have, right? So once we are going to get started with Beautiful Soup, it's better to start, and it's always recommended to start with the latest version of the Beautiful Soup, right? So let me go and install Beautiful Soup for you, and for that you may run pip install beautifulsoup 4. Now you have to type 4 specifically, right? Install Beautiful Soup 4, right? Now hit enter, all right? Because now then mine is installed, okay? And since yours might not be installed, so it may go, okay, pip install. So mine will not be installed because it's already installed, but yours should go through easily, right? And install and follow all the steps for installation. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing, that we may require some parser libraries, right? And now what parser libraries do, it parses conversions. Parsing means conversion, right? Because you are reading HTML and then you ask that library to give me the conversion and everything else, right? So that is what the parser does. You can say it does conversions, right? Or we can say parsing is syntax analysis, or we can say syntactical analysis, and the process of analyzes symbols, languages, right? You can see, you'll be able to see that parsing practically, inshallah, today only, right? So we may require some parsers, and there are many parsers available, and out of them my favorite one is going to be that pip install html5 lib. So I will do a pip install html5, and I'll do html5 lib pip install, right? So this one is not installed, so it may take a while. No, mine is also installed, and yours should go through easily. So okay, and second that you may not be sure of, or you may require, let me do that second parser. So you can have as many parsers as you want. Pip install, and that's going to be what we call the LXML. All right, even mine LXML is installed, and yours should go through, right? So now we have installed all the things. But yeah, since we are dealing with web, right, always remember web is all about request and response, right? For example, if I type here facebook.com, I have requested for facebook.com, I get response. Now for example, if I type for something like this, I still get response for this, right? That the page is not available. So this is request. I requested for the specific page, and I have got response that it's not available. So once you are going to request data from the website, for that you may also require a library. So a library is very essential for that also, right? So in that way, what we got to do is install PIPINSTALL, we are going to install REQUESTs just to handle those HTTP requests, right? We may require this library also for web scraping, because we have to deal with request and response, right? And to deal with that request and response, we require this library. So I'll just hit enter and just get started. Mine is also installed. Yeah, yours should be locked and installed, right? Now, since all the requirements are fulfilled, we have installed, I will directly go to IDLE, and I have this right here, I have this file right here opened, right? What you can do, you can go to IDLE, right, and then open the file, click on new file, and then write your scraping code here. The first thing that we have to understand, that we have to do scraping. It's not always easy to do scraping. Maybe we have to scrape videos, we have to scrape images, and we have to keep them in a very nice format that we can do data analytics with and whatnot, right? So the first things first. So I will say we just installed BS4. BS4 stands for Beautiful Soup 4. I am going to install the main library, or call the main library Beautiful Soup, right? So I'm calling Beauty, BEAUTIFUL TIFUL, right, SOUP. So the first things first, so you got to run every single line and check for errors. Yeah, you can see clearly there is an error, so I'll say import from BS4 import BeautifulSoup, and now no error, carry on. Now if there is an error, you cannot write all the codes or you cannot write all the line of code and then check for errors and say, because then you get, it may look like a jungle of errors after that. So it's better to analyze your code and check your code for errors after every line you write, or after every statement that you may write, right? And the second thing that you have to test, you have to install requests as well and check. Yeah, requests are also quite well here. So now we have been able to import requests. We have been able to import BeautifulSoup for web scraping, right? So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to do scraping on this. Then we'll go online and do scraping on the rest of the material, right? So I have saved this. I'll just copy the URL here and I will say with, and I'll say with open. Now what this, you can directly type open, right? But what this with open does, it applies that garbage collection automatically. Means that once the file is open, the file status has to be closed. So this with always completes the operation and closes the connection with as that of the file, right? So, and we are going to open this file as, let's call this my file. So now this thing is done. Right, and now we go inside the body of this with open. Now I repeat, you can directly open and call this as my file is equal to, and then that's it. Things are done. But now what am I doing here? I'm doing with open only because of the fact I want my file to be closed automatically, so that I don't have to type close, read and close the file. Okay, right, and now I'm going to make an object. So let's call this soup is equivalent to BeautifulSoup. I have imported BeautifulSoup, and then I'm going to let my file parse through BeautifulSoup, and I am going to use a parser, right? So now I'm going to use this parser, which is HTML5 lib, and now I want my this thing to be parsed. So let me see. For example, if I say print, and I will say soup. All right. So let's see what is inside the soup in here. Right. Now you can see we have. Okay, we have typed wrong. So we'll have to type column / my files inside BS directory and article. You can keep it anywhere. For example, I'll show you mine. Mine is inside column, my files, and BS folder. So that's what I'm mentioning. My files folder, go to column, open my files. There's BS folder, and go and take article.html here, and then parse it through the BeautifulSoup and use HTML5 lib parser, and then print the same. HTML5 lib is not working. Why? What happened? Okay, it's string. I have to type it in quotes. So let me see it again. Yeah, now you can see that this has been able to take all. Let me see another one. LXML. We just pip installed LXML. Right now you can see now it has been scraped, but this is not our readable format or the readable format that we want. This is complete copying of the website, right? A full website has been copied along with the source code, right? So we can do something here if we want. We have a function known as Prettify. So we have this Prettify function, and let's see what this Prettify does. It is going to automatically indent the code. Now you can see after prettifying, you can already see that the code looks indented, right? So this is the indentation of the code. HTML starts here. Inside HTML we have head, and inside head we have title, and inside title we have soup. So there are a bit of spaces, and clearly you can see here that this text is inside now this title. So this is for reading purpose, right? You can now clearly see this body starts here, and h1 tag, header 1 tag is inside the body, and beautiful soup scrapping is inside this h1 tag. Now what is Prettify is doing is going to indent it. But why do I allow this HTML5 lib? It also does indenting in a very nice manner. If I show you, you can see that the code is indented again, right? Can you see this, right? But it takes code with indentation, and HTML5 and LXML does not take it, removes all the blank spaces without indentation, and then we type Prettify. Now once we go with Prettify, Prettify, so it applies indentation. So I hope it's understood, and we're still not interested in indentation, but yeah, it's better if you want to read the code, right, what is where, then you may require this, right? So for example, now if I want title, right, so I will say for example title, title is equivalent to soup dot title. I want title. Now you can see right here I have this title tag here, and title tag contains test website for Beautiful Soup. Now if I want only title, right, and I'll say out of this soup go and get me a title, right, and I can directly say print title, right. Now you can see that we have been we are able title. I don't know why I misspell. Okay, now you are able to get title, but this title that you have got is along with the text and the title tags. For example, if you do not want title tags, you want, right, something like this. So I'll just close it down, and maybe you want something like this, title dot text, right? You want, first, what does soup contain? It contains parsed website, which is this one, and after parsing, right, you are asking soup to give you, the soup is an object of Beautiful Soup. Beautiful Soup takes two arguments, the address of the website, and it takes the parser, right? And after that you're asking to give me title. It has given you title, but along with tags. Now you're asking that I don't require tags, give me only the text, because I want to do data analytics, I want to save it inside my database. Now you can see that test website for Beautiful Soup. Now you are getting only the text, which is what we wanted. Let me just close this print here. Yeah, we are getting now test website for Beautiful Soup, right? So now this is how you get the text, right? And for example, you want div. Let me just comment it for you, because I may have to make a document for this so that you remember. All right, so I can say div is equal to soup.div, and then I can print that div, right? So maybe I want to get divs, right? You can say divs here, div class article and every single thing which is inside the div, right? But I may not be interested in, I'll say soup.div.text. I want text inside the div. So this is going to find the first div, right? So maybe you may have, your website may have lots and lots of divs sections, right? But you are going to find the first div. What is div? Whenever you want to scrape any website, right click the website. I repeat, right click what you want to scrape and inspect element, right? I'll show you once again. Right click what you want to scrape, inspect element, and now you can see this body tag is here. Inside body tag we have one div class article, another div article, and we have footer, and we have many different things in here. That's why I said I need this is the div means section. I need the text which is inside this div. I may go on and say many different things, like I may, let me write it down here. I may say I may require, let's say, what else can we take out of the text? Let's say I want to find h1. If this div has h1, okay, now it does not have h1. So I can say once you have found text, you can say h1. Is there h1? Yeah, there's no h1, so let's say h2. So there's no h2. Yeah, h2 is there. Now you can clearly see. Now, but h2 is inside an anchor tag, which is hyperlink tag. What you can say right here, right? This soup I want inside h2 tag, there is an anchor tag which is A, and I want the text of that. Now you can see the text of anchor tag, headline Beautiful Soup 1. You can clearly see here headline Beautiful Soup here, and to read that you can clearly see it's inside div and it's inside h2 tag, but the text is not directly inside h2 tag, it's inside A tag. Alright, you can directly even type this thing, right? You can say I need h2 dot text. Specifically, if you require anything, you can still get the same because tags are going to be, this is what your LXML is doing. This is what the parser is doing. Right? Parsing knows the difference between text and Beautiful Soup clearly knows the difference between tag and text and whatnot. Alright? And you can even say I need div dot text. But if you want the complete div text, right, so you're going to get everything in the div. But if you are specifically concerned about h1, you can type no, I want only h1 or h2 tags, right? Then you'll get text of only h2 tags. Now let's say about we may face many different problems in our life while scraping the website, wherein we may have to find a website as per the name of the website or maybe class. For example, I need this Beautiful Soup footer info, right? So if I right click and inspect element, and now you can see div class is footer. Now if I type div, I'll get all the divs here, right? But I want specifically footer text, and I want the text which is inside this footer div. So in that case, what I do is something like this. I'll go ahead and I will say, for example, match case. I want to match, so I'll say SOUP. Hey Soup, will you please find, right, div for me, but not all the divs. I want a specific div with a class. Now you can see that class is a keyword in Python. You all know class is a keyword in Python because we do object-oriented programming in Python with class, right? Isn't it? So just to coop up what Beautiful Soup has done to the recognition of class. Now you can see right here, I repeat, right click, inspect element, and the recognition of class right here. You can see that footer is a class of this div. We're calling footer by the class name of the footer, right? So we have to type class, and to coop up with that, what we type, we do class underscore, so that it's not treated as a keyword by Python, right? So I'll say class is equal, class underscore is only because class is a keyword. All right, footer, right? So what's the class? Hey Soup, find a div, but not all divs or any normal div, specifically footer div. I want you to find this particular div, and what you got to do, right? And please do something. Let me keep it here. All right. Okay, and print that match case. Please show me if you are able to find. Yeah, now you can see that you're getting everything inside the footer. Now match case is still there. You want to find, I want to find, let's say about match case. So let me call this, for example, headline is equivalent to match case dot p. Now we know that we have p here, and maybe we may require this match case p. Yeah, you can see the paragraph comes Beautiful Soup footer info, which is here, Beautiful Soup footer info. And now, as usual, if you want the text, you can say I want to get the text only, text. So nothing but text only is what is going to suffice. Beautiful Soup footer info. Now you have been able to specifically call a div and specifically take data out of the footer and specifically do take the text out of that footer. Alright, so this is when you want to call specifically, that. And second thing that I want, let me comment it for you. Comments can be like this and like this in Python. You already know that. Maybe. Okay, let's carry on. For example, now I will copy this first and I'll paste it because I have to find now another div. Let me see, we have one more div right here, maybe. Yeah, article, div class article. So now, hey Beautiful Soup, please find a class for me, and the class name is article. Alright, and now you can see match case is equal to headline. So let me find it for you. Okay, unexpected, what happened? Why is it unexpected? I don't know. Let me try again. I don't know, maybe I'll have to do something. Enclose strings. Yeah, it's enclosed, but why am I getting an error? Match case. Why? Match case is equivalent to soup.find. So let me basically do this. Maybe we're getting error because of this. Yeah, match case is already defined. So this is the paragraph. Let me call this something else. Let me call this match. Okay, now only calling this match, and now let's see. Okay, why do I get this? I don't know. What is the problem? Yeah, I don't know. Why are we having this indentation problems? Okay, fine. So this, I'm getting everything that is inside. Now, what is inside article div? It has an h2 tag. Inside h2, it has an anchor tag, right? And it has a paragraph tag. So what I can say, go and find, let's say about h2 tag. Now we will get only h2 tag, and go and find inside h2 tag an anchor tag, a tag. Now we are getting anchor tag, and please give me the text that is inside the anchor tag. As simple as anything, you know, it's working like a pro, working like as expected. All right, so let's continue with scraping, and let us see few more things in scraping. All right, let us say that you want everything in the article. For example, if we call article, what we have done here, we call article, but there are many article divs here, right? For example, I don't want one. Let's say about, I'll just take it in comments. Okay, for example, I just don't want one. I want to get data from all the divs. Let's say about if, in case you want that. All right, so let me show you that. How do you get data from multiple divs or multiple anything? You can call a div by class, by id, any different thing that you want. All right, so let's see that. Okay, let's go ahead with for loop. So I will say for, let's call this article. All right, now this is a range variable in for loop that you are now designing, right? So this is declared now. So I'll say for article in soup dot find underscore all. Now I want, hey soup, I want to find what is soup. It is basically the instance of beautiful soup. Hey soup, I want to find all. What all? I want to find all divs. All right, please help me find all divs, and I will go inside the body of the loop now. All right, and I can say print this article, because a range variable in soup dot find all. So when we loop through, right, one by one, right, all the results are going to be assigned to this range variable. You can say a, no problem, let it be a or article. So I'll say print a. Okay, still I don't know, these comments are causing some problem here, right? So let me use this, and let me run it again. Yeah, now you can see right here it has given us all the divs right here. Let me go ahead and type another print for next line so that I can see line by line. Yeah, you can see first div, second div, it has given me 3 divs. And now if I ask, no, I don't want this div, I want particularly a div, maybe you may have it tomorrow, with a class name AR article. So I need with a class name article. Right, so I'll say class is equivalent to second parameter requires comma. Right, now you can see it has given me only article divs. Now here it has given me footer div as well, but to article and footer. But once I went specific, now I'm asking soup to give me specifically article divs, and out of article divs, what else can I tell? Let's call this as article. It's always better to use fully qualified name so that we understand what we are doing. Right, and we can just take out, let me do this. So let me say heading. So let me say heading or headline is equivalent to article dot h2. I can see heading is in h2. You can clearly see heading in h2 and the definition in paragraph. I can say article.h2 and .a, because you have to go inside anchor tag and then find the text, right? Dot text. Now I have been able to grab heading, and let me grab the description. So description is inside a paragraph, so I will say article.p, which is the paragraph right here, p tag, right, and I can say dot text. Give me the article paragraph text as well, and what you got to do is now print. Let me decorate it for you, right? So this is starting decoration. Okay, so then I will say print heading inside the loop. I'm printing inside the loop, and let me give it a bit of print and description. Alright, so now I'm printing description and then give it a bit of space as well. Alright, so next line. Alright, so let me see what we get. Yeah, I can see clearly. Heading Beautiful Soup 1, and this is a paragraph about article 1. Heading Beautiful Soup 2, this is the paragraph about article 2. Now you can clearly see that we have been able to scrape and we have been able to manage and we can say that manage the data in a very well manner, format the data in a very well manner. Now this is what we can go to your CSV file or your Excel file. We can do Excel write or CSV write, okay, and this is how you can retrieve multiple things, right? So this is how we basically do that. Right, and we have this. Let me open the website first for you so that we can do scraping now online directly from the website. Just give me. Alright, welcome back. What you have been able to do is find this website, which is the live blog for coronavirus updates. Live blog, impact of coronavirus on the travel industry. So just to do scraping and nothing else, right? What I intend doing is scraping and nothing else. If you want to see, first let me copy. You can find your own blogs as well for web scraping because it's meant to be practiced very hard. Alright, so now let me basically do one thing. Okay, let me delete this, or let me keep it like this only. Let me open a new file and call this web scraping 2, right? So that I am able to make that sketch file for you guys. Okay, now let me see this. And what I can do, I will copy the URL here and I will copy these two things, import BS4 from Beautiful Soup and import requests. Let me call this blog is equivalent to this site here, which is focuswire.com coronavirus impact travel industry. All right, so okay, now it's here. Now what we may require, I call this my web is equivalent to, I am requesting, because I have to pass the request. The request has to be a web request, which is called as an HTTP request. That's why we install request, right? Because we send HTTP request, only then we get HTTP response. So for that, requests are going to be handled by the library request that we installed early. All right. So I'll say requests requests dot get. Now I'm calling the get method, right? There are two methods, one is post and one is get. Whenever you load the website, you're calling a HTTP get, right? And you're calling get blog, right? And anything, every single text of the blog, please give it to me. And now we know that our soup is going to be the same beautiful soup, and we are going to make sure that we pass my web. Earlier we passed my file here, and because the file was in my computer, so I had to just copy the file and do scraping. But here let me use LXML here or HTML5lib, doesn't matter. All right, let's call this print soup dot Prettify. All right, so let me call this function soup dot Prettify. Let's see what we get here. Okay, now it's being read. 2158 lines are being read. So let me see. Yeah, now you can see online scraping successful. But you say, sir, it's not our readable format, it's not the readable format for all data analysts, right? So that's what our duty is, to extract what we want to extract out of this website. Things, had they been easy, we would not get trained for them. Easy things are not meant to be trained for or meant to get trained for. So, and they're not even difficult, they are very interesting. I just enjoy this, right? I enjoy web scraping. Okay, and now once you have printed this, okay, let me find, is there any article div in the, or article section in the entire soup? So I'll say find, just like we've used find div, I can use find article. So now if I find article, will I be able to print article? And now I can do this. Okay, no, I'm getting none. Why am I getting none? Article, right? Am I able to find article? Okay, I'm just printing this. Let me stop printing this and let me say okay, spelling mistake, AR article. So my mistake, spelling mistake. Many articles, right? It would have been better had we used Prettify. Okay, so let me use Prettify here as well. Sorry. All right, so let us use Prettify here to see what are we getting, and now you'll see that we will be getting indented line of code. Now it's indented, still not quite readable for us, right? So let me do one thing right here. Let me go and read article. Let me close it down maybe. So let me do this article. Let's say AR, or maybe we'll call something else. We call this something else. Okay. Headline is equivalent to article.h1 dot text. Please give me the text of h1 and print that h1 text, and let us see how well we print. Okay, h1 is not there. Now why are we printing h1? I have to print headline. There's nothing like h1. Yeah, it's only going to give us the text of the first header, because we are not running a loop so that we can print all the headers. We'll be doing it and saving it to a CSV file at the end of the lecture, right? And let us right click here and see what is this. Okay, the div class is header. Now can I copy this and say, let me comment this again. Can I do something like this? Headline, a specific headline that I want is equivalent to article, right? So I can say article is still article soup.find article, so I'm still using the same line, same article right here. I can say article dot find, hey beautiful soup, and the article, please give me a class underscore is equivalent to header, right? And the header has h1, and I want to print that headline and see what is inside that headline. And now, yeah, we are getting it. Now it would be better if we just print text of the headline, and now we are getting the text of the headline. Okay, live blog, impact of coronavirus on the travel industry. Now we have been able to extract it online. This is what we are doing now online. That's why it's taking a bit of time, right? And maybe we have some other div which contains, okay, we have this share this. It contains some paragraphs. So let's target this div, share this, and see what we can extract out of this div. Let's call this headline and let's call this description, just like we did earlier. Please find the class, share this. And it has paragraph. As you can clearly see, it has a p tag, which is paragraph tag. And I want the paragraph text, and I call this a the SCP description. Right, will you be able to give me that? Let us see. Now we are getting heading and we are getting description both. Okay, live blog. So let me just put a print line just to divide, make it more human readable, right? So let me do this. Okay, now this is the heading. Live blog. Impact of coronavirus on the travel industry since first being identified in late 2090s and whatever it is, Wuhan, China, right? So this is the heading that we have been able to scrape, and this is the description we have been able to scrape out of two DIVs. One is header and another is share this DIV that we have been able to scrape this information. I hope you are understanding it, right? Now, in case we are not going to have the luxury of scraping text only. For example, I want to keep a video link here, right? And how do you scrape that then? Now, what is the process of scraping the video link? Right? For that, what I need to do is let me comment this out all, because let me not comment it. So let me go with another file here. All right. So I'll say file new and save it as web scraping 3. All right. And let me quickly copy this for you guys. All right. And after copying this, let me minimize this. Okay, fine. Now you can see that we have a different thing in front of you, and I'll go to a different website. Maybe, yeah, we have this nitsrinagar.com industry.php, and it has a video down here. So let us scrape the video and see how we can scrape that video. I'll give the URL. All right. So the URL is given. We are using, okay, let us say print soup.prettify, and let's see what we get. Alright, so we have got the entire website. Right now, since we have got some lines here, let me see all the lines. Prettify has done the job and still not human or readable format. Okay, fine. So what we want to do is, specifically I want to go to this video and scrape the URL of this video. What I can do, right click, because it has a specific thing that video uses. Now you can see right here. Let me just go as close as I can to this video. Alright, and you can see it's here. Alright, and here. Now you can see it's inside an iframe, which has a link that is youtube.com/embedded. Alright, it has this link. So now I have to target iframe, and I have to target what you call that as the property or the attribute of iframe, which is source. SRC has the address. Now you can see iframe is my target, and inside iframe I target the attribute SRC, that is the source attribute. Now how do you target that, right? And I'll just close it down, and now what I will do right here, so I will say video link is equal to hey soup, please find an iframe for me in the entire website, iframe, right? And I can say print the video link, and I can see that, and this is going to give me entire web frame. I suppose it should give me entire web frame. Iframe has been given, and it has this property known as SRC, right? And what I need this ID only, right? I need only this ID, and I don't need anything else. And how do you do that? If you are aware of string manipulations in Python, you must be knowing this, right? And now what I do here, I say, please give me, do not give me the entire frame, give me only the property SRC, right? I want only the source text. Now let us see what we get. Now we are getting the source, which is the complete address of the YouTube, and I'm not interested in this embedded, because embedded only works when you embed. You cannot go to YouTube directly and watch this. No, it requires that watch is equal to parameter to be passed. But I'm interested in this. And if you're aware of the method that we use, right, which is split, all right. So I can say video URL is equal to video dot split is going to break this, right, video URL, right, video link. It's going to break it, right, and we can say video link dot split. And what is the condition to split? Condition to split is slash. Now what is going to happen is going to create, wherever it finds slash, that's going to be one array element, right? So HTTP is going to be element 0, element 1, element 2, element 3, total 4 elements. So let us see how many elements are we going to get, and I will print the video URL. Now we will get an array for sure with all the elements, all right. And now let's see, this is going to be element number 0, and then we have element number 1, which is the blank space, element number 2, element number 3, and element number 4 is what we are interested in, right? So let me specifically target element number 4 right here. So I can say split this slash and give me element number 4. This is the magic of Python. It makes it so easy. Just tell him that I need you to split and give me element number 4 only. Now you can see you're getting the address, and this is what we were interested in. Now what is the final URL going to be? So I will say again video URL reassign, right, and I say format. F means format the string, which is going to be https://www.youtube.com/watch. I want to watch, right, and I want to watch the video. V is equal to, right, and I'm going to pass the same, or we call this as final video, right, and I'm going to pass the parameter here because I'm using F, which is format, and I'm going to pass the video URL right here, and I'll print now this video URL as final video, right. So let me see now. What we get is, yeah, this is what we are getting. Now look at the magic of web scraping, right? Let's make a bot to do this. That's what the programmers do. Now, if I directly go to this URL, and now you can directly see that the video is played, right? Okay, now you can see the video playing, and because of poor internet connection maybe, right, and the video has started playing absolutely perfectly. All right, so this is how you scrape videos, right? And so far we have been able to see many things, but yeah, one thing, first things first, that this video scraping may cause an exception, and exception handling is the prior duty of a developer. For that we will try and take it inside the body of try, right, and we will accept, that's the exception, right, and what we are going to do, accept exception, right, as E. So we are going to accept exception as E, right, and here what we are going to do, I will say final video is equal to none, right. So I don't want any video URL, and I will take this print right here. Now if the exception comes, right, in case you're getting any exception, right, so you are going to print none, right, because video scraping may cause, because it's a long process right here. You are going to iframe, it may cause an exception. In case if you're doing this kind of scrapping, wherein you have to do splitting and every single thing, and maybe there are 5% chances of an exception. So for that you can use try and catch block. All right, so have you been able to understand it properly or misunderstand? Right, understood or misunderstood? Let me try this now. There's no exception, but for example, if an exception comes, all right, so for example, if we get any sort of exception, right, so let me see what we get back. We are getting none, right? So what is none? all other programming language use null. What is null in all other programming language is none here. Now I made it, I made the exception come, because I edited this src to srcs. So now after editing and correcting srcs to src, we should be able to get the normal video, right? Is that understood? Okay, fine. Okay, now let's do this. The final thing that we have to do now is, now this thing is also done. Okay, let me go and do it again for you guys. Alright, so let me copy this and create a new file and call this web scraping 4. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'll keep the link of all the websites that we have used, and I'll keep the link, I'll upload this as well, right? So this file right here, which we used for, I'll just keep it available. You can download it from the description section. Link will be available in the description section, and the description section will also contain the link of the sketch and the link of the websites that we used for scraping, like in the NIT industry, and the website before this we used, that website, this one, right? No, this one, impact of coronavirus in the global industry. So I'll keep the links available. Please find the links in description section, or you can directly go to the comment section and find the links over there, right? Let's wind it up and do the final thing today, right? So let me call this, and let me call some other websites. So this is the website here. All right, so it is just a very good blog. I want you guys to read entire blog regarding web scraping, and after reading this blog you'll be able to get more information regarding this web scraping. But yeah, I've chosen this blog to scrape, right? So let's scrape the blog first and then read what's inside the blog, and I will keep the link available down in the description section. Right, and what we are going to do today here, now let us see how do you write. I want to write to a file now, let's say example, right? So we want to read something out of it, and we want to write it to a file. So I can say CSV file. Let's create an object of CSV file. I will say open. I will use open, which is E column I anywhere. Even if the file does not exist, it's going to automatically make the file. So I'll say my files and slash, I can say go and make blog, or you can make scrapped. So this is going to be the name of the file, and with an extension of .csv, right? So this is the extension of the CSV file. Now the second parameter, because we have to write to the file, so this write will make sure even if the file does not exist in this URL, yet it's going to automatically create this file. So you don't need to create the file manually first and then go ahead and do that. No, you don't have to do that. Now I can say CSV file, right? I can say, or let's call this CSV a writer, or let's call this writer. So I can say writer is equal to CSV dot writer. Call the writer on this CSV file. Now I am going to write to this CSV file. Now what do you want to write to the CSV file, right? So I will make the first row. So I will say headline writer dot write row, right? All are small. So I'll pass the array and I'll say header and description. I want to make 2 rows, and I want to write header, and I want to write description. And let's run a for loop. So I'll say for header in soup dot find underscore all. I want to find all. For example, in this website I want to find all h2 tags, right? And I want to scrape them and write them. So I can say h is equal to header dot text. Please find the text, right? And what I can do right here, I can say print the header that you have scraped, and also CSV dot, okay, I can say CSV dot write, no, a writer dot write row, first row that is outside the loop, which is going to be the heading, write row, and I'm going to write this row h right here. So this is going to be everything that is related to h2. Now let's see. Okay, I have an error right here. All right, so let me do this for you. Okay, now let's run it. What did we call the file? The file name is, no, we still have an error. CSV is not defined. Yeah, absolutely no problem. Comma separated values, which CSV is not defined. CSV file. All right. CSV file is equivalent to write. So csv.writer. So CSV is, okay, we did not import it, right? So we have to import CSV. So we have to import CSV and then use CSV. Reading, scraping, yeah, we have been able to scrape these values. And let me go now inside my files, right? And what did we call this? Scraped. Okay, this scraped right here, and read only, no problem. I don't have any problem. So there's nothing in scraped, right? What happened? We did not close the file yet, right? Yeah, we forgot. Now go outside the loop and say writer. Because we have to close, right? So which is going to be this file, because we are opening the file, right? So unless you close the file, nothing is going to happen. So I'll say, right, close. Call the close function, opening the file here, closing the file here. Scrape again and save again. So let's see how it goes. Now scraping is done. Is writing done also? Yeah, we have been able to even store that inside the CSV file. So let's scrape something else instead of heading. Why don't we do something that go and find paragraph, and let's call this as para and go and save para. Maybe whatever. You can call both. You can join the list. You can store them inside a dictionary, store them inside a list, and yet do. Okay, you can see that it's been able to scrape, and we can open the file because we have closed the file. Now it's been able to scrape, and every single thing is saved inside the CSV file. Let me give you the rough idea of, and let me give you an overview once I wind up. I repeat, I'll keep all the links available down in the description section. Please go and check the description section and let me know down in the comment section if I can help you. Right, the final thing we were able to do is scraping, and I'll keep the sketch file also for you guys. All right, what we did here, we imported the CSV file, requested the URL, grabbed the URL, right, passed the URL and parsed the URL using LXML. You can use HTML5lib as well, and open the file with W, means I want to write to this file. So what this W does, even if the file does not exist, scrap.csv, it's yet going to create that file for you. Alright, and then you call that, you open the writer on that file, and you have written 2 rows before the loop, and inside loop you said, hey soup, please find all the paragraphs inside this website, which is, what is soup? You can see soup is the parsed, takes the parsed data, right? Because you pass your web to XML parser and the BeautifulSoup, it's going to give you the parse result, and then you do the push and pull of the data, right? And then for para in soup, you're running it through loop. All the paragraphs which are available, right, are going to be taken in this H, and we are printing this H, and we are writing a row which is the current H, and closing the file. All right, so this all what BeautifulSoup does, and remaining sections are even here in the blog that I have written for you. And there's also another blog. So this is here, right? Financial scraping is there, scraping strategy is there, and every single thing is right here. You can read this blog, and you are going to grab and get many things and many information, and much of information, I suppose tons of information available here by reading the blog. And let me know down in the comment section, and see you from maybe day after tomorrow with new data analytics lesson. And we are going to start data analytics right now. We are going to categorize topics and start categorize training on data analytics. Until then, wish you good luck, and bye bye, take care.